Hello, this is Renee from the Red Deer Primary Care Network. I'm a psychologist who works at a couple of clinics in the Red Deer area. As well, I teach happiness and grief. And today I just want to share a few tips with you about how to manage anxiety during this time. I'm going to give you just several quick little things to consider, and you can pick what feels right for you to try. And the stuff that doesn't make sense for you, you can leave for another time, or you can forget altogether right now. So a few things that are going to be helpful for you to do is to stay in your time zone. So what I mean by that is thoughts can take us to the future, thoughts can take us to the past, but do what you can to reel yourself back to the present moment, okay? So that's one way to really help you to manage anxiety. One of the other things you can do is relabel what's happening. So making sure you know that it's just anxiety, it feels yucky, but it's harmless. So instead of kind of dealing with all this angst and not naming it, we know that if we name it to tame it, it will calm down. So label what is happening with you right now. The other thing we need to do is fact check our thoughts. So our thoughts can become really unrealistic, they can become sort of catastrophic, they can become futuristic, they can become full of mind reading and black and white thinking and all of those other things. So when we check in with different questions that challenge our thinking and make us look at the facts, we feel better. So is this actually likely to happen? We may ask ourselves, if it did happen, could I handle it? What would a friend say if I talked to them about this worry? How might they handle it? So just looking at the facts and questioning that thought, okay? The other thing we need to do sometimes is just breathe. So we know that breathing out for twice as long as we breathe in is a way to calm our nervous system. So our parasympathetic nervous system is the rest and relax nervous system, okay? So we need to breathe out for twice as long as we breathe in. So that might look something like this. We might breathe in for 2, and we might breathe out for 4. So just breathing out for twice as long as we breathe in is a way to calm down our nervous system, which activates our calming nervous system, which is also called the parasympathetic nervous system. I just have a few tips here that I want to look at. Another thing we might want to do is change our emotional state. So when we are anxious, we're feeling kind of worried, we're feeling full of fear, we might be feeling uncertain, but even changing that emotion with another emotion can sometimes be helpful. So maybe activating joy or amusement or curiosity by watching maybe a funny video that might create a different emotional state. Couple things. So one of the other things we need to do is realize that our brain is just playing tricks on us. So anxiety often lies to us, and so we need to accept the fact that our brain is playing tricks on us. And again, back to that other idea, we can ask ourselves a variety of questions like, is this worry even realistic? If that thing happened, could I handle it? How might I handle it? What might I do? So just challenging those thoughts by asking some questions. The other thing we might do is use positive self-talk, right? So we might give ourselves some reminders of positive coping statements, such as, this is anxiety. It feels bad, but I know I can handle it. Or this too shall pass. Things like that to help us cope. One of the other things we can do is just go out for a 5-minute walk. So we know that just increasing our activity level is enough to reduce and flush some stress hormones from our body. So with adrenaline and cortisol pumping in our body that can create some anxiety and stress. So just exercising that out is often helpful. So starting with just 5 minutes to see if that reduces an episode of anxiety. So I gave you 5 to 10 tips or so. See what might be helpful for you. See what you do that already works, and maybe this was just a reminder for you. And if you're trying some of these things and they don't work right now, that's okay. Try them again another time. So doing anything you can to manage your anxiety at this time is a step in the right direction. Thanks so much. We'll see you again soon. Bye.